Good morning, everybody. Well, that was hard, dropping your kids at school after they've been away for 2 months. I guess, it gave me a lot of feelings of anxiety. It gave the kids a lot of feelings of anxiety. And I guess, we've been fighting against this invisible enemy for, a couple of months now. There's this imaginary saber-toothed tiger that can come at us from any angle. And we've been, as mums, as anyone really, we've been trying to protect ourselves and our families at all cost. I go to the grocery store and I come home and I wash every little thing that I bring back into the house. I've been telling the kids we can't go outside, we can't play with our friends, we can't go to school, I can't go to work, I can't run my business. All because there is this germ that can potentially, that is actually killing a lot of people, and it's not good. And so that, we need to bunker down and we need to stay safe. And if I'd go to the shops, I wouldn't take the kids with me. We'd go out for a walk, but it was like if they touched anything, I was on constant guard. And I guess, a lot of you are probably feeling the same, that it's like you're on constant edge. Your fight or flight response was super high and super triggered. And then today, the government suddenly announces that we're going to send the kids back to school. And I hadn't even sent my kids back one day a week. I just wasn't comfortable yet. But they made it compulsory for them to go back today. And I guess for me, it was a real letting go, and just sort of, and I toyed with it literally until 8 o'clock this morning. Am I going to send them? Am I not going to send them? And I decided, okay, I'm going to send them. I want them to go and get that social interaction. But if I see the numbers spike, then I'm just going to pull them straight back out. But I guess in sending them, in walking them into that school gate, as we walked closer to school, Bailey said, "Mum, are you okay?" And he could see in me that I wasn't okay. My little tears started to form. I felt my belly start to go and get really tense, as I briefed them on, if you touch a pencil that someone else has touched, you've got to sanitize. You've got to sanitize before you eat. You can't hug. I gave them the big list of rules. And as we started to walk towards school, I felt it really start to catch me, and I started to get a little bit teary. And I had trouble trying to get Bailey up this morning. Bailey's like, "No, Mum, I'm not going. What if something happens?" So there's a lot of fear. There's a lot of fear in us. There's a lot of fear in our little people, and we might see them acting out. We might see them acting a little bit different. They're a little bit unsure too, because let's face it, for the last couple of months we've been telling them that the outside world isn't safe at the moment, and now we've put them back into an environment where there's lots of other people around, and somehow they've got to get their little brains around it, which is hard enough for us to do as adults. So for some, while it's bittersweet, the kids are back at school and we can sort of get back to some normality, it does come with a lot of anxiety. It does come with a lot of fear. And just be aware that for all of us, our cortisol hormones are quite high. That's our fight or flight response. If we were back in the day, if we were hunters and gatherers, that's the response that tells us, hey, there's a saber-toothed tiger coming, you need to run. And for all of us, for every single one of us, that hormone has been really, really high over the last couple of months, as we have been, trying to protect our tribe against the invisible enemy. So, it might appear, your brain might feel foggy when trying to make decisions. You might just feel constantly on guard, on edge, when a cortisol hormone is high, we actually start to store fat around the midsection, because our body thinks, we might be going to go into famine. So the body starts, that's that cortisol's job, is to store fat. So lots of different hormonal responses are happening within our body because of what's happening in our outside world. So be aware of that. Be aware of what's happening inside you. Be aware of what's happening inside your little people as you send them out into the world today. And be aware that those hormonal responses trigger things within our body, but they're also going to trigger some reactions. So we might be feeling angry, we might be feeling sad, we might be feeling really scared, we might see the kids acting out in forms of tantrums when we might not normally see that in them. They might not want to go to school, or they may find it really hard to concentrate. When you are in that fight or flight response, it's really hard to concentrate and bunker down and do a task. I know in myself, if I've gone out to do the groceries, And for me, that was causing me some real anxiety, was, going out to the groceries. I'd bring them home and I'd wash them. It was like for that hour while I was washing all of the groceries that I couldn't actually focus on anything else. My whole brain just felt fuzzy and clouded, and even if I tried to sit down and concentrate on a task that required effort, after that it just wasn't there. And so our little people are going to be feeling the same thing as they go into this environment that they've been frightened of for the last couple of months, that we've been telling them isn't safe to go into. They're now going into it today, and so they may feel foggy as well in their little brains and find it harder to concentrate on the task at hand. And just be aware that you may see some different responses in them. Be aware that you're going to feel some different responses in yourself as well, and be kind to yourself, be kind to your little people, and be kind to those around you. Know that everybody is dealing with this in a different way. Everyone's feeling a different thing, and all of our feelings are normal, okay, and let's just support each other. Enjoy your day with your little people in school. For some of us, we're really cheering, yay, yay, yay. For others of us, we're, it's bittersweet. So anyway, have a great day, guys. I wanted to talk to you about how I was feeling, how hard it was for me personally. And I know I've spoken to a lot of mums that are feeling, a similar way. So, good luck today, and be aware of those chemical responses, those hormonal responses that are going on in your body when we're in this fight or flight mode. Take care and have a great day.